WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just after 9 o'clock, it's 54 degrees and sunny in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jack Grau. The family of the middle school student who was in an allegedly inappropriate relationship with former Kenosha teacher Christian Enright is planning to file a civil lawsuit against him and the Kenosha Unified School District. Attorney Michael Karp, who is representing the family, tells TMJ4 News this case reflects an issue in the district.
This is not a personnel issue. This is a systemic issue at this point, and they deserve answers and they deserve assurances that this is never going to happen again, because it never should have happened at all.
Enright has also been charged with 22 counts of disorderly conduct. His first court appearance will be on Wednesday. Commencement ceremonies are today at UW-Madison. Student protest leaders promising not to interfere as part of Friday's agreement to end the library mall encampment, but security measures will be enhanced.
New security protocols are in place for the spring commencement ceremony at Camp Randall. Graduates and guests are encouraged to limit what they bring in, and a clear bag policy is in place for any bags larger than a purse. Plus, everyone could be subject to a search. Officials say flags, banners, signs, noisemakers, and inflatables are all said to be prohibited, and there will be metal detectors. Plus, graduates will be asked to open their gowns for inspection. Eric Bilstead, WTMJ News.
Negotiations continue between UW-Milwaukee protesters and university administration. It's a long-standing tradition and one of the tastiest ways to celebrate Mom, the brunch.
Brunch is the fastest growing full-service segment of dining in the United States. More people are opening brunch concepts than any other type of restaurant right now in the full-service dining realm.
Founder and co-owner of Black Shoe Hospitality, Dan Seidner, says it's not just the food he can sell either.
Especially here in Wisconsin, the idea of having an alcoholic drink with your experience has been adapted, and therefore, as a business, I'm able to not just sell you breakfast, but I'm able to sell you some cocktails along the way, too.
An early Happy Mother's Day. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 9:04.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
One of the best things about being in business for 25 years is having clients recommend Accunet to their now adult children for help buying their first homes. That's how I connected with Dan and Allison, and let me tell you, they were fast learners. They quickly embraced our most powerful tool for winning offers, Appraisal Wiggle Room. Their first offer was $15,000 over asking and included a provision which Accunet guaranteed they could afford to make, that they would still pay the higher offer price even if the appraised value came in up to $15,000 short. The result? Accepted offer versus several others on the very first try. And by the way, if the appraisal had come in $15,000 short, which it did not, Dan and Allison would have needed exactly $0 extra at the closing table. If you think all mortgage lenders are the same, think again. Go with a multi-generation mortgage lender that has the tools and know-how to help you win. Click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Rose Gray from Fox World Travel here to bring you exciting news. In partnership with Globus, Insight Vacations, and Avalon Waterways, our 2025 Fox Group Vacations collection is now available. Whether you want to explore Europe, Hawaii, Asia, or beyond, by land or river, our award-winning Fox Group Vacation experts have handcrafted exclusive experiences for people seeking to explore the world. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Join us and make memories to last a lifetime.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Nagging pain lasting for months, difficulty performing everyday tasks, not moving like you'd like, it's time to see the doctor. And I recommend Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Anytime I've needed care, the appointments are timely, no waiting weeks to be seen, and no pressure to have surgery. It's about getting the right diagnosis and choosing a treatment plan that fits your life. No question where I turn if I'm injured again. The experts in care at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. It's orthowisconsin.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All sports desk. The Brewers having no problems with the Cardinals so far this series. An 11-2 win last night and 7-1 on Thursday. The Crew will take the Cardinals on again today at 6:15 with WTMJ's coverage starting at 5 o'clock. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving. Time saver traffic. Nothing major across the Milwaukee traffic system. One spot we're keeping an eye on, though. Disabled vehicle on the exit to Highway 100 from 94 East. That's on 94 near West Allis. Watch out for that if you're driving around in those parts. Other than that, no major slowdowns or complications throughout the Milwaukee traffic system.
Traffic is sponsored by the all-new Burghardt Sporting Goods.
The all-new Burghardt Sporting Goods, the Midwest's best baseball and softball training facility and retail center in New Berlin and Fox Point.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast, a high of 65 today with a chance of some showers this evening, getting down to a low of 48. On Sunday, a high of 78 with a chance of some showers and storms. Monday to start the week, a high of 67, getting cooler at the lake, chance of storms once again. On Tuesday, a high of 63 and mostly sunny, a high of 64 on Wednesday with sun. In Madison, you're feeling temperatures like 55 degrees with sun. Green Bay, 53 degrees and sunny. Waukesha, 53 degrees and mostly sunny. Right here in Milwaukee, 54 degrees with sun. I'm Jack Grau, citing Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:08.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
Good morning, Dave Kane here. And Rose Gray, there are a lot of words that I would use to describe you. Giddy typically wouldn't be one of them. However, today might be the day that I use that term. We have big news to announce.
We have
today.
really big news. And honestly, the intro to the show was perfect because he said, whether it's a trip of a lifetime. And I think we bat that phrase around a little too much, but I'm telling you, we're going to talk about a trip of a lifetime.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So
this has been in the works a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. I know there are a lot of people who have been patiently waiting for the announcement, and it's coming now.
Okay, so foxworldtravel.com is where you find everything you need for travel, including business travel, destination weddings, business incentive trips, if you want to give those away to people. Also, Disney experts. But this announcement kind of trumps all those today because this is a big deal. So where are we heading now, Rose?
Well, we are going to help Rose realize one of her dreams, and that is the Galapagos Islands Adventure, April 4th through April 14th, 2025. So less than a year away, It's happening.
So you've never been here?
No.
It's a big announcement. There it is.
Thank you. Thank you, Producer Isaac.
So this is another like Antarctica trip for you. Like you've been all over the world.
Yeah.
But not here yet.
But not here yet. I had something on the books some years ago, and something fell through, and so this is it. And I'm telling you, I again applaud and commend your patience for those of you who have been hearing me talk about. I've got something in the works. It's going to happen. I promise you, it's going to happen because it had to be perfect. Because certainly when Rose Gray does a trip, it's got to be perfect because it's Rose Gray, who is very, very, very picky. And then Fox World Travel wants to put out the best possible product there. So there was a lot of blood, sweat, tears, time, energy, vetting of various opportunities. And we have decided to go with our good friends at Celebrity Cruise Lines because they have built in 2019 a ship called the Flora, which is built for the Galapagos.
It's a beautiful ship.
Oh, my gosh. It's unbelievable. So how can you find out more about this while I'm speaking about it? By going to our website, foxworldtravel.com. To the left of our logo in the left-hand corner, you see menu. You go to vacation travel. You go to group travel, Fox Group Vacations, and this time it is categorized correctly as travel to exotic destinations, right there alongside of highlights of New Zealand and Costa Rica, wild wonders and beyond, which we can talk about later, Turkey, colors of Peru. This one is Galapagos Adventures with Rose Gray, and it's April 4th through the 14th. And when I say that this is as near to a perfect Galapagos trip as you are going to find, I am not kidding. Absolutely everything you could think of has been included. We are doing 2 nights in Quito before we start. That's all included. Meals and excursion in Quito included. We fly then to Baltra, which is the island that most of the Galapagos experiences that start on land and catch a cruise go to.
Okay.
And then this particular ship, this beautiful, fabulous mega yacht, as it's called, 100 cabins.
That's
100 cabins.
Nice.
Will take us to the outer circle. There are 2. There's an inner loop and an outer loop. We are doing the outer loop on this particular trip. Now, when I say that this ship is got everything, I am not kidding. First and foremost, we're talking about sustainability. We've talked about why it's hard to get to the Galapagos and why it's expensive to go to the Galapagos, because there are permits that you have to have as a tour operator or cruise line, and they're becoming fewer of them and more difficult to come by. So, and that is because they are so careful about taking care of these treasures. And this archipelago is a treasure. Some people don't even know where it is. It's off of Ecuador. So we're flying into Quito, Ecuador, and then we're going over to Baltra. But you feel like, and trust me, I have watched so many YouTube videos about the Galapagos that I feel like I can be an expert on this particular topic. You feel like you are in another world. There are species of animals and bird life that you will not see anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, that video you sent me to watch was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this trip looks incredible.
And again, they built the ship in 2019. We all know what happened in 2020 and 2021, so you can imagine that there wasn't much going on the ship. I envision we're going to have the new ship smell still on that ship when we get in. Every single cabin is is a balcony outside type cabin. There is none of this inside with a porthole or any of that kind of business. It was designed specifically for the Galapagos, as I said, and it's got a state-of-the-art technology that helps with that carbon footprint that we won't be leaving in the Galapagos Islands.
Galapagos Islands Adventure with Rose Gray, April 4th through the 14th, now up at foxworldtravel.com. Go get booked on it because it'll sell out quick on a ship that size.
Exactly.
There's not a lot of room.
Exactly.
So.
I with my dream would be for us to have half the ship. That would be my dream.
That would be awesome. All right, more to come. It is the Fox World Travel Show. We'd love to hear from you today. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. Thanks for listening to WTMJ.
What are we doing today?
One of the employee owners has an idea.
Who is it?
Casey Goodson.
Well, hi, you must be Casey Goodson.
That's me. Casey has been with Kessler's for 22 years and became an owner 12 years ago.
We're excited to hear your idea, Casey.
I call it the One Collection.
But we've had special collections in the past.
What are you saying?
Casey, I think Rick is saying that this can't be the one collection because we've offered special collections in the past.
I'm not saying it's the first collection. It's a special collection of engagement rings for the woman that you know is the one. The one for you. The one forever. What's in it?
Incredibly special rings for incredibly special women. How much?
Most of them are between $725 and $2,800. I like it.
I like it.
Me too.
When you have found the one, you'll find her ring waiting patiently for you to come and pick it up at Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Sleep apnea is a serious condition. And the worst part about it is, because it affects you while you're sleeping, you don't know what this condition is doing to you.
And it was scary because I found out that I was waking up 145 times an hour. 145 times. I was scared. I wasn't getting the sleep I needed.
And that's the thing. Someone like John wakes up after thinking he's slept all night, and he's been feeling run down for years, and finally finds out something really is wrong. This is why, for us, solving sleep apnea problems is so gratifying, because we really are changing lives.
I've had more energy. I'm getting better sleep. I've been told from my wife I don't snore, but honestly, it changed my life.
This is Dr. Madan Kandula. Solving your breathing triangle problems means a better quality of life, and you deserve that.
Go to AdventKnows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved, but here you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Good morning. Mostly sunny. A high of 65 near the lake today. A little bit warmer inland. Going to be a beautiful day to be outside. You can find the Fox World Travel Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts, or at foxworldtravel.com. It gets posted about Tuesday, I think, is when that happens.
Yeah, typically.
So, Rose
one of our marketing person who's in charge of that happens to be on her honeymoon in Fiji. So, well,
we'll see how that goes this
exactly.
week. Then. Rose Gray announced the Galapagos trip for 2025, and Neil from Menominee Falls chimed in. He said, "A little correction. I was on the Flora last September. It has 50 cabins, not 100
cabins.
It's only 100 people
passengers
on this ship.
And get this, there are 11 certified naturalists on board. That's almost one for every 9 passengers. And these naturalists, most of them come from the area. They didn't, train them and bring them in.
Right.
So they're as passionate about. Neil, if you're listening, give us a call. Tell us more.
Yeah, let us know.
I want to hear your story. So Quito and then Baltra, and then we do the outer loop, which you can read about those little islands. Each one is going to be a little unique. What I just love about this trip, I am not kidding. Everything is included. I'm not going to lie. You're going to spend some money on this trip. There's no doubt about it. But the ancillary or the additional costs are going to be few and far between because dining in room is included. There's options to eat al fresco or eat in the dining room. You want to do island experience in the morning and you want to do deep sea snorkeling in the afternoon, that's included.
Wow.
The way that you get off the ship also appeals to me because they have a marina deck where you literally walk onto what would be a Zodiac if you were in Antarctica, which is just an inflatable yacht. That's your a skiff, if you will. So yeah, just absolutely positively loving everything about it. And again, I apologize, but we had to have every single detail taken care of before I felt comfortable announcing it. And I feel like we're there now. We are there. There's an air credit that's being included. There's so many wonderful things. So if you want to know more about it, 866-GO-FOX-GO. That's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. If you are in the sound, if you're listening to this right now and you go into a website, there is a what would you say, golden little rectangle in the bottom corner.
The golden ticket.
That's the golden ticket of our website. And it says, let's connect. Just go right ahead and send that in. And they will, the people who sort through those will get that to one of our advisors who will get back to you and give you all of the information. Now, again, the pages and pages and pages that I have printed out about this particular trip would take me the entire show, and we don't want to just continue to talk about this. I'd like to, but we won't. But I'm just telling you things like complimentary use of binoculars, a complimentary backpack, a pillow menu, a sparkling wine when in your suite, a personal attendant if you'd like to use that, a stocked minibar with your favorite soft drinks and beer. And lots of times,
this is bougie.
Yes, it's so bougie because Rose Gray is bougie. There's no doubt about it. So, as you can see, I'm pretty jacked about this, and I would love for those of you who have been listening to me talk about this for pre-COVID, through COVID, and now happening for 2025. Certainly give us a call. And again, it's a trip of such magnitude that if you feel you want me to be involved with your consultation with your travel advisor, I will make that happen.
Okay.
So I'm there for you. I want this thing to go in the absolute worst way, and I want it to be fantastic.
Yeah, only 50 rooms on the ship, so it's going to fill up fast.
Exactly.
So get in, foxworldtravel.com. We are going to take a break. We'll get to your calls and texts next, 855-616-1620. That's the WTMJ Talking Text line, and this is the Fox World Travel Show.
I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where we make your move simple and affordable. Simple, because all you'll need to do is let us market your home with full MLS marketing and show you all the homes available that fit your needs and your price range. Affordable, because in real estate, that's the name of the game. And 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission with no upfront fees is truly as affordable as it gets. So let's get your home on the market and begin your search. Benefit-realty.com. As a discount real estate broker, I'm often asked why we charge less. And there are a few reasons. We charge less because we can. Low overhead allows for it. Our low commission structure also gives us an edge over the firms that will give you everything we will, but charge you substantially more. And lastly, we charge you less so that I can sleep at night. I figure a fair rate for an honest day's work always helps with that. This is Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where we'll make your move simple and affordable. Benefit-realty.com.
Growing up in the 80s was totally tubular. Brat packs and 24-hour music videos, boom boxes and Walkmans, along with leg warmers, acid wash jeans, and jackets that were made for members only. Oh, and don't forget, air conditioning was a luxury. Yeah, retro is rad, unless you're talking about sticky, icky, humid indoor air. But your friends at Mr. Holland's Home Services are back here in the future to upgrade your aging, inefficient, grody to the max furnace and air conditioner. Mr. Holland's crew will make yours the coolest house on the block with a bodacious new comfort system and enjoy 0% interest for 36 months with approved credit. It's not a wall unit, and you won't need 1.21 gigawatts to run it. Call Mr. Holland's Home Services today. 866-992-1717. Or visit MrHollandsHomeservices.com. If your indoor air is stuck in the 80s, we can help.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Good song for today, Isaac. Going to be mostly sunny and 65 in Milwaukee. If you get out a little bit further, pushing 70. So going to be a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Rose Gray, all giddy today about the Galapagos trip. Somebody did call in and ask pricing, like where are we starting with this and how do we book?
We're starting at $13,268 per person.
Okay.
But again, I had sticker shock when I saw that. I mean, I would fall off my chair, but then I looked at what was included and I couldn't stop going, oh my gosh, because there are sometimes when we say that this is a starting price and it's low entry cabin category. Even the least expensive cabins on this ship are mind blowing.
Yeah.
Floor to ceiling windows, infinity balconies, that kind of a thing. Every single meal, every single possible thing you can think of. So
including on the land when you start the 2 days,
exactly.
You get that all included too.
Exactly. And so I know that sounds like an astronomical, including the flight. We got to fly from Quito to Baltra and then back. So all of those things are included. And I compared it to, like I said, the Antarctica experience, or I compared it to the Australia-New Zealand. Now, granted that Australia-New Zealand is many more days, but there's some meals included, not absolutely every meal. There are no cocktails included. This is every possible beverage, including a stocked minibar.
So basically, if you're bringing home some tchotchke items, that's what you're paying for above and beyond. Otherwise, everything's in there.
Gratuities are included. Sometimes when you cruise and you're looking at $18, $20 per person per day for gratuities, all that's included.
Everything in one sum there. So,
exactly.
I can't imagine that this is going to last real long. So if you go to foxworldtravel.com, you go, as Rose said earlier, to vacation travel, group travel, and then Fox Group Vacations. You'll see all the trips. And we've announced a lot of trips over the last few weeks.
We have.
Let's recap some of those that are out there, and especially the ones that are really selling quickly.
Yes. So in addition to this trip, we also have underneath the exotics, a Fox World Travel Appreciation Vacation in Costa Rica. But you'll see, and that's Colleen. And I want to be very clear, there are 2 Costa Rica trips you're going to see. The Fox World Appreciation Vacation is really just a leisurely stay at Planet Hollywood. Right.
Okay.
And it's just an amazing all-inclusive, and it's for people who have traveled with us before that are looking for that laid back. You can still go to the Arenal Volcano. You can still go to the Monte Verde Cloud Forest. You can still go to the hot springs, but you go back to the all-inclusive. We also have one with our friends at Trafalgar just below it, which is Wild Wonders and Beyond. And that's April 21st to the 28th. That is an in-depth experience in Costa Rica. You're starting in San Jose on that one.
Right, and
So-
going across the entire, both sides. You're getting the jungle side and the desert side. And
Exactly. So that's a very different experience. We've got Turkey and Istanbul and the outer circle. We've got Colors of Peru. So lots of that craziness going on. Don't forget about my Morocco trip, which is September 6th to the 17th. That's a 12-day in-depth Morocco trip that I'm very, very excited about. We also just recently launched Brews and Views Oktoberfest Germany to Austria, which is with our good friends at Insight Vacations. So all of those things have just been released. So very, very soon, we are going to put together, Colleen and I and our marketing team and our group team are going to put together a virtual event where we can address all of our 2025 calendar, because we know it's been coming out sporadically, but there's a reason for that. And we are going to give you a collaborative look at all of them very, very soon.
I'm sorry, I'm caught up in the loop of all the... I'm like looking at everything like, wow, look at this one. Ooh, this one looks great. It's just again, I've said it over and over. Your website crew is doing a good job, because they're making it very visible and making you go, okay, yeah, that looks amazing. We need to go there.
Right.
So.
And again, it's Fox's MO. Everything has to be perfect. And so we're taking our time and making sure that every single one of these offerings is something that's going to be unique and different, that you can't just open a brochure and copy this for somebody. So again, foxworldtravel.com, under the group tab, you will find the Fox Group Vacations, and that's where Dayton and I are. Our cursors are scrolling.
If you're watching us on the stream at WTMJ.com, you're like, they're just looking at their computer screen. Yeah, there's a lot to look at.
There's a lot to look at.
And you can book right online if you choose to. You just go, hey, yeah, I'm going on this trip. Bing, fill out your information. You're good to go. Otherwise, the Let's Connect button down in the lower right-hand side is where you can put in your information and have somebody reach out to you. And in the please describe your travel preferences, budget, and how many travelers, that box there, as much detail as you can put in so that they know exactly what you're looking for when they call and can be ready for your call. So foxworldtravel.com. It is the Fox World Travel Show. We do need to take a break. Go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Jack Grau. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning. A teenager and her young daughter are still missing. Aurora Sandoval and her child Athena were last in contact with a youth specialist on May 6th near 44th and Townsend on Milwaukee's north side. Aurora is a 17-year-old Hispanic female with black hair and blue streaks and a mole on her cheek near her chin. Athena is a Hispanic 5-month-old female with dark hair. A 19-year-old man from South Milwaukee is in custody after stealing a truck and leading Franklin police on a chase Thursday night. Franklin police say as the driver led officers through surrounding communities, he hit 2 other drivers. Police say the bystanders who were hit did not report any injuries. The chase ended after he crashed into 2 other cars at I-94 and Drexel Avenue in Oak Creek. Charges were referred to the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office. An event for Kia drivers at the Milwaukee Zoo this weekend. Owners of Kia vehicles can receive a free security upgrade. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. Spot we're keeping an eye on, disabled vehicle on the exit to Highway 100 from 94 East. That should be the only big problem you're encountering across the Milwaukee traffic system. Other than that, wherever you're going should be a smooth ride getting there.
Traffic is sponsored by the amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
The successful Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford is hiring positive professional servers and bartenders. You'll make great cash. Inquire today. Start next week. MineShaftRestaurant.com.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast, mostly sunny today with a high of 65. A chance to see some showers this evening, getting down to a low of 48. On Sunday, a high of 78. Still that chance of overnight showers, mostly sunny though. On Monday, a high of 67, getting colder by the lake. On Tuesday, a high of 63 with sun. And on Wednesday, a high of 64 and mostly sunny. I'm Jack Grau. Siding Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 9:32.
WTMJ is your station to catch all things Brewers. Listen to Bob Uecker.
Get out of here and way gone!
Jeff Leverett.
Struck him out with a changeup.
Lane Grindle.
And it's a called third strike.
And Josh Mauer.
Watch this, baby. Goodbye.
Call every game.
I'm surprised you still have fingernails on that right hand.
And have a little fun.
I got more in my bag.
On your home for the Milwaukee Brewers. 620 WTMJ.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
Love at first sight. Not everyone knows it. But for our customers who update their home's exterior, they experience it every time they come home. Hi, I'm Randy Miller from All Right Home and Remodeling. Imagine new roofing, siding, windows in the colors and style you've always wanted. And it's not all about looks either. It'll bring warmth, comfort, and energy efficiency too. Whether you've been in your house 5 days or 5 decades, we'll help you fall in love with it. Learn more at ALLRITE remodeling.com.
Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
I've been informed by Isaac in the producer's booth that this is Penguin... Who?
Penguin Prison.
That's the name of the band?
I guess so.
Penguin Prison.
Well, and you might have noticed he was playing Turtles music prior to this.
So turtles and penguins,
right.
We're going to see these
and seals
Galapagos.
And seals and croft.
Seals and, look at you.
Isaac, you're just too clever
These
for
are the little
us.
cookies that are in the Fox World Travel Show that we don't even know about. I like it. So we announced the Galapagos trip. Somebody asked, is there a lot of walking on this trip?
So it's going to be whatever you can manage. Certainly... If you choose to walk across an entire small island while we're on a landing, and it's allowed, you could do that. But I always use this Antarctica story because I absolutely love it. The Antarctica trip was a little bit of work, but you wouldn't think, okay, we weren't walking that much, but getting on and off those Zodiacs was very, very tricky because there aren't any piers or anything like that. So yes, you had to do some physical activity getting on and off the Zodiac. But anyway, there was a couple, they were celebrating their 82nd birthday on my trip. Both of them were 82 the year we traveled.
Really?
So that was their trip. So every day we would dress for the morning excursion, come back, and it would either be a cruise or a landing. You knew you were either going to just be taking a Zodiac trip around some of the islands and looking at the killer seals that were up on the icebergs and things like that, or you were literally going to land on a surface that you were going to have to get out in the water in most cases and then get on. So after they did day one and then the morning excursion of day two, they came to me at lunch and said, do we have to do every excursion? And I said, oh my, absolutely not. They said, we love it, but it's a lot of work to gear up.
Yeah.
And so what we're thinking we might just want to do when we know it's just going to be a cruise and we're going to go around and see beautiful things and wildlife and all of that, but getting in and out of those zodiacs is a little difficult for us. And my answer to them is exactly the answer I give to this person who texted this question. It's what you can manage. If this is going to be far easier. I've watched the video so many times. We're going to walk off the marine deck and onto this inflated yacht.
Right.
And we're going to get on that. And we are still sitting on the sides of a thing that looks like a zodiac, but it won't be nearly as difficult because there's landing areas for us and things like that. And then do you scuba? Snorkel? Do you want to do the snorkeling? Do you whatever you choose to make this. And then I will also tell you that this isn't going to be like, there's not going to be shows at night and there's not going to be a casino on board and things like that. But there's this beautiful lounge, and just like on our Antarctica excursions, they tell you the previous day or sometimes the morning of the afternoon of what it's going to be like. And they explain it very, very carefully. And the naturalist will tell you, what to expect. So I would not let that stop me. I would go on the trip and say I'm going to do as much as I possibly can. So that's the way I look at it.
Once in a lifetime trip, and getting more limited as we go into the future. It seems like with how many people they're allowing to go.
Well,
there,
and I give thanks all the time for Fox World Travel to allow me to live my travel career out in a way that I'm getting to knock some of these things off my wish list.
855-616-1620. That is a WTMJ Talking text line. Another text here says, good morning. We are expecting Apple, or when are we expecting Apple to announce bookings for all-inclusive vacations to Punta Cana?
Very, very, very soon. This is the time of year that we're waiting for them to come out. Apple Vacations did put out the nonstop service that they're going to be offering out of Chicago this past week. They may add a few more. And as we've talked about, Milwaukee always has many more options than our friends down south. And so they're working on that. So not only will the Punta Cana all-inclusive packages come out, but also Jamaica and Cancun, Riviera Maya, and Puerto Vallarta. Probably others will be added this year as well. So
that's interesting. I wonder how many people travel up from Illinois to fly out of Milwaukee.
More than
because
you can imagine.
Airport's a lot more manageable, and
parking is far less expensive. More options, exactly. So, aren't we lucky that we have the jewel that we have for an airport?
Yeah.
And we should take advantage of it whenever we can, because the more times we can fly out of there, the more we're saying to Milwaukee County, we need more nonstops out of Milwaukee. We need more lift out of Milwaukee.
Right. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ Talking text line. Thanks for sharing your travels with us over all these years. That's a nice text that's coming in.
It is very nice. And I am just, again, so incredibly blessed that I get to do this and that I get to take you along with me. That's the fun of it. Yeah. And as I embark on some trips that I've done already, people say, oh, doesn't that get boring? Not at all. I love watching people experience Alaska for the very first time, or a South African safari for the very first time. Or any of those kinds of things. And so I get joy out of watching your joy when you travel with me.
All right. Speaking of joy and traveling, Neil from Menominee Falls is calling in. Good morning, Neil. Thanks for calling.
Good morning. Good morning, guys.
Tell us everything.
Anyway, I want to start. Yeah, that's right. Well, first of all, Rose, when we get to Quito, the Marriott and Quito, where you're put up is first class hotel. Excellent. The buses that Celebrity supplies for the Quito tours are also first class. And when you're walking around the city, Celebrity also has a leader in the front and somebody in the back, just making sure that none of the guests stray or panhandlers or anything bother anybody. So it's really nice. Then you get a direct chartered flight to Baltra, and then we eventually get on a ship. And when you were talking about excursions, every day there's a board, and they list like 3 excursions, based on some of them are more strenuous than others. And you just pick whichever one you want to go on, or none at all. And then you just go up to the person in charge and say, I would like number 2. And then they'll assign you a Zodiac number. And regarding these Zodiacs, they all are built with steps and hand railings. Very easy to get in and out from the main ship with the Zodiac. Everybody puts on a life jacket before you get in these Zodiacs, and off you go. And most of the places where you land, there is a pier, and you literally just step off the steps of the Zodiac onto the pier.
It's perfect. Perfect. Oh, my gosh. That's what I was hoping you would say, because I do know, like I said, when we were in Antarctica, we did have some issues getting on and off. So I looked at that video so many times and thought, this has got to be as easy as pie to get on and off this thing.
Neil, what was your favorite part of the trip?
I think finally chasing down a blue-footed booby.
Oh, were they a bit elusive?
Well, they're when the Zodiacs go past the rocks where they're nesting, your picture is sort of just a bunch of droppings, white droppings on the rocks. When you find one on land that you can photograph independently away from their nest, it's sort of a treat. And several of the islands there, the seals, you walk up within 2 feet of them, and they're just laying there and just ignoring you.
And tortoises galore?
There were. We went to a separate area where we saw all the tortoises, and they're walking down the road. And there's one excursion that's included that where you saw where the tortoises are sort of raised and taken care of, and also a very neat excursion that was included with the trip.
Yeah, I mean, and I felt like as we were putting this together, the inclusions are remarkable on this trip. Did you feel that way as well?
I did, and I always planned my own travel, except when I went to Poland with Colleen a couple years ago. But on this, when I found out that you can't really get to the Galapagos on your own, you have to book it. Part of the package, because Celebrity has their own chartered Airbus that gets you there, which most people don't realize. If you're trying to just book the trip on your own, it's sort of hard. You can't really make your own airfare reservations. So,
right.
Celebrity was a first-class operation all the way around.
Oh my gosh! Well, you know what? Because you took the time to call in, I can bet there's going to be some testimonial from Neil coming out soon, if you don't mind.
All right, Neil, we appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. 855-616-1620, the WTMJ Talk and Text line. We take a break. We'll be right back. It's the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
We find the best way to protect and uphold the reputation of our business is to hire good people and then take care of them. We really do love the people that work for us, and we care about what's in their best interest. And what that means to you is this. Who do you really want on your job? Someone who's maybe underpaid or doesn't feel appreciated? Might not have paid vacations or great work benefits? Our folks have all of these things and more. Vito and I make sure they feel appreciated, because happy people do happy work. There's a culture we're building here at Semper Fi that brings respect back to a very hard job. And that's why we know that our crews are going to do the kind of work that you expect. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi. Hey, boaters!
Well, if you have an old boat, new boat, or in between, then Kendor Marine is a great place for you to shop. Because not only do we have all the parts and accessories you need for almost any kind of boat, we also have the expert advice that just about any boater is one day gonna need. I'm Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com. At Kendor Marine, we have everything you need but the water. For over 50 years, boaters have found that to be true. Because when they've needed that old part they thought they'd never find, guess what? They found it here, along with everything else you need to keep your boat out there on the water. This is Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
KendorMarine.com.
Annex Wealth Management. Investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning from a fee-only fiduciary. Forgive commission sales pitches and financial products you don't need. Know the difference. Annex provides elite, comprehensive financial planning customized to who you are and what you need. AnnexWealth.com.
It's great to get back home when your castle grounds are grand. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a company that does just that. As in their name, your outdoor living can be grand and the possibilities are unlimited. Patios, decks, water and fire features, lighting, pathways, pergolas, outdoor kitchens. Unleash your imagination out there. Then turn Outdoor Living Unlimited loose. Travel the world and always come home to your dream destination. Start with a voyage to Brookfield's OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
There's sharks in the Galapagos, too?
I don't know if there are.
I don't know, but we're playing Baby Shark today. Isaac said he looked it up and they're on.
Okay.
All right. Galapagos is a big announcement for the day. You can see it at foxworldtravel.com and get signed up right away if you want, or fill out the information on the Let's Connect Us form, and somebody will get back with you on Monday to talk through the big exciting trip that Rose Gray has never been here, and now she gets to go.
I am so blessed. I'm so lucky. I'm so excited. So, yes, we've got Morocco and that next year. Colleen's got a great Costa Rica trip that she's got on. I can only tell you to go to the website because otherwise we're insulting your intelligence by reading the thing to you, right?
So, has there been any updates on this FAA ruling or bill that's going through?
Yep. So, that FAA bill that we talked about several weeks ago, which had pretty much just said the airlines have to give you a refund in an expeditious manner, and it has to be, you don't have to ask for it. If they canceled the flight, they have to give it to you, and they have to give it back to you in the form of payment that you use to pay for it. None of this voucher business.
Right.
And then there was this whole thing about families not being able to sit together, and that was all that. So I won't go into all of that. But the good news is the Senate overwhelmingly passed it, and now it went to the House. So,
I can't believe it's 2024 and this is finally going. Like, how has that not been thought of before?
Dude, how long have you lived in the United States of America?
We have to keep the airlines accountable? What?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and some of my real old time travel people say, that's deregulation for you. So, we've got to start regulating some of this stuff because they went rogue on us, as it were. So
that's nice that's getting some traction.
It very much is. And again, I know that sometimes flying can be a pain. I completely understand that. I can't go anywhere. I can't go out socializing. I can't go to church. I can't go to a baseball game without somebody regaling me with a story of what happened to them when they traveled last week.
Yeah.
They were stuck on a tarmac. They were stuck. Their flight got canceled. All that kind of thing. So we know there's issues there, but be a smart traveler. We've talked a lot about how can you help yourself. Be your own best advocate when you're flying. Yeah. Download that airlines app. Make sure that you've got some resources so that you're not just at the mercy of the lines at the airport.
And bring a book and bring some patience. Because some things are out of control, right? Weather affects things. Like, don't get upset because a storm blows through. You don't want to be up in the air in that storm.
Exactly. And again, we talk about kindness and how to treat the people at the airport and things like that.
All right, we have to take one final break. When we come back, the final segment of the Fox World Travel Show for the week, 855-616-1620 if you have questions for Rose Gray. Thanks for listening to WTMJ.
When we're out in your town, come say hi to us as we broadcast live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
Anytime you hear us when we're out on the road, you can find us live from our brand new mobile studio.
Whether it be Summerfest, EAA, Opening Day, Air and Water Show,
wherever we may be, you can see us on the radio, live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
WTMJ.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
He has been described as having a magisterial presence at the podium, and now you can experience the world-class artistry of Joseph Young yourself when he makes his Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra debut in Dvorak's New World Symphony, May 10th and 11th at the Bradley Symphony Center. Dvorak may not have been an American composer, but he created a thoroughly American work with his Ninth Symphony. It's filled with lush musical themes and an air of nostalgia, celebrating the diversity and endless possibilities for this country. These concerts also feature Alexi Kenny as soloist in Samuel Barber's Virtuosic Violin Concerto, and they open with Pulse by Brian Raphael Neighbors, which explores the deep connection humans have to the surrounding universe. Joseph Young leads the MSO in a dynamic program featuring Dvorak's New World Symphony, May 10th and 11th only. Visit MSO.org for tickets or call 414-291-7605.
Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga for Comfort Awnings. You've heard me talk about the wonderful new retractable awning the team at Comfort Awnings installed at my home. Now I can have all the cookouts and get-togethers in my backyard with a little bit of extra shade and relaxation for my guests. Comfort Awnings is a local family-owned company in Burlington that provides expert installation in southeast Wisconsin and northern Illinois. They always have the best specials going, so make sure to give them a call at 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com to learn more.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
We're getting some variety today from Isaac. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So are there actual turtles or are they tortoise?
They're tortoise.
Okay. When we go to the Galapagos, that has been announced. It is on the website at foxworldtravel.com.
Neil texted in and said you should check out Jeff Corwin. If you just Corwin. If you just do Jeff Corwin, Corwin Galapagos, it comes up. I've seen that documentary. It's outstanding.
Okay. Another text here says, have you ever taken a trip behind the scenes after the Kentucky Derby week?
I have never done it after the Kentucky Derby week, but that could be something fun. Last week was the Kentucky Derby, and if you've never been to the Derby, Dayton, put that on your list too, because it's really, really fun. I've done it the cheap way, but I just talked to two people that did it the not cheap way, where you book into a package. I talked to them last night. They got back Sunday. Said it was absolutely outstanding. So my experience was on the cheap. Theirs was high end, but do it. The whole Derby experience is something to behold.
I've been to Churchill Downs a couple times, but just to see concerts, not to actually see the horse races.
Ah, nice. Okay.
According to a Google search, green turtles do exist sea turtles, green sea turtles.
Okay, so they're sea turtles and they're not tortoises. So we will be swimming with some sea turtles if you do the snorkeling thing.
Fancy.
Yes.
So this is Mother's Day weekend.
It is.
Are you doing anything special?
Well, I am going to be going to my daughter's house and they're cooking, so that's great. I don't have to do any of that. I do have to bring some sides so I can handle that. Hoping to get a little golf in this afternoon, and then there's a great big baseball thing happening in my little town to kick off the baseball season, and my grandson plays the last game at 6:00, so I will be there. How about you and your lovely bride?
We did. So last year we did everybody at our house and did grilling, and all the guys brought a bunch of food. This year we took the easy way out. We're going to DiMarini's Pizza in Menominee Falls. There's like 16 of us gathering, and so be ready. We're going to take over that restaurant.
Well, and with that being said, how about a nice send-off with, what about a mother-daughter trip? How cool would that very much be? So you don't always think about, like, who will I travel with? If you have an opportunity to travel with your mother, your sisters, your aunts, your grandmas, you get to take a family trip every year, and you know how outstanding that is.
Well, speaking of that, if you're my age, your mom is my mom's age. Your mom has everything she needs, right?
That's right.
She doesn't need stuff.
No.
But a trip would be fantastic.
A trip would be, or even the
suggestion. I hope my mom's not listening. Mom, I'm not getting you a trip for...
Well, you have the reverse in your family.
Yes,
it's a little
she takes
bit
us
nicer.
on trips, yes.
But again, travel just brings everybody together. And if you're listening to the show, it's either because you're on your way to the dump and you always have your phone on your radio on WTMJ, or it's because you love to listen about travel. Because I sure love talking about travel and all the things that we can offer you at Fox World Travel, whether it's independent travel, vacation travel, group travel, destination weddings, business travel, destination weddings. We've got it all covered for you. And why not go with an expert? You know, I listen to the lineup you have every Saturday morning, and I listen to the likes of Eric Brown, and certainly there are less expensive ways to get your house fixed. But you listen to Eric and you feel comfortable and good, and you want a professional that knows what they're doing. Same thing with travel.
Exactly. And you have that backup then if something isn't, again, we talk about when you travel, things can go a little sideways because of weather or whatnot. Somebody gets lost and now we got to find them. You have a travel advisor there with you to help you through all of that on the back end of stuff. So.
Right, and just make sure you're choosing the right kind of travel for you. I mean, the question about...
is there a lot of walking?
Yeah, that kind of thing. So we're going to be honest with you. We're not trying to sell you something and say, oh, there's absolutely no walking at all, because we want to make a sale, and then only you find out, wow, I'm immobile and I can't make this work. So,
all right, well, happy Mother's Day to you and everybody listening, and I am off next week. Libby's in for me.
All right.
So enjoy that. Every Saturday, 9 o'clock, it's the Fox World Travel Show. Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management in next.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma Brands.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
One of the best things about being in business for 25 years is having clients recommend Accunet to their now adult children for help buying their first homes. That's how I connected with Dan and Allison, and let me tell you, they were fast learners. They quickly embraced our most powerful tool for winning offers, Appraisal Wiggle Room. Their first offer was $15,000 over asking and included a provision which Accunet guaranteed they could afford to make, that they would still pay the higher offer price even if the appraised value came in up to $15,000 short. The result? Accepted offer versus several others on the very first try.